Greetings, everyone. I am Minister Kelly Sawyer, and I wanted to come to tell you about this incredible event that is taking place September 12th through the 15th in Poolville, Texas, which is about an hour outside of Dallas, at the Capernaum Village. And it is called the Birthing Experience. It is being hosted by myself and Kelly Sawyer Ministries. And this is a retreat conference for women and their friends. It is a very unique conference. It is not your everyday, ordinary women's conference, but it is something that's very necessary in our community today. Well, let me tell you a little bit about how everything came about and how this conference came to be. About 19 years ago, I separated from my then husband, and 15 years ago, our divorce was final. And during that separation time, I was really lost. I never wanted a divorce. I always thought that I would be married for the first time, only time, forever. And that didn't work out. And so I was very lost and really just very devastated by the institution of marriage, and was really trying to figure some things out. Well, while we were separated, I've been a Christian all of my life, don't know a time when I didn't know Jesus. And so when you go through something that is really traumatic, that really disrupts what you thought your life would be like, you start to have a lot of questions and you want answers. And I found that when I talked to different people about marriage in general, or what was going on specifically, that people would give what they thought was wisdom, but it wasn't always biblical. I had Christian women saying to me, why don't you go out there and start dating again? He is, so you should. And they really didn't understand the concept of, I'm separated, but I'm not divorced. So I can't go out and be with anybody else. And I want to make sure that how I present myself to my husband and to our son is very important to me. And so I just realized that I got just a lot of bad advice, except for one person. And this person, she stayed with me throughout the divorce. She was right there with me through everything, and not there just to give me wisdom or give me advice, because honestly, there were some times when she didn't say anything. And so, but I inquired of the Lord, why is this person so close to me at this moment? Why is this person someone that I talk to 3, 4, 5 times a day, and we're always praying and reading the word and discussing the word? And the Lord told me to go into Luke 1 and to begin to study the relationship between Mary and Elizabeth when they were pregnant with Jesus and John the Baptist. And the Lord started to really speak to me about their situation, because each of them were pregnant with miracles. Excuse me. They each had a miracle that they were pregnant with. And why did, God tell the angel to send Mary to Elizabeth? And what did they talk about during the 3 months that they were together? And what happened while they were there? And at one point, I felt the Lord asking me, what would have happened if Elizabeth convinced Mary to get an abortion? Where would salvation be today? And how many people have gone to their friends to get information or to get wisdom, and they were given the wrong wisdom? How many women went to a girlfriend excited about a business idea, and that girlfriend had all negative things to say? And so because we tend to place so much we tend to believe what our girlfriends say, and we tend to place so much power in the mouths of our girlfriends. And so a lot of women out there have dreams that they haven't followed through on, or they have things that they did or did not do. A lot of women have treated their husbands the wrong way because their girlfriends told them certain things that were wrong. And who was there to check them, to say, no, that wasn't good advice or whatever? And so we place a lot of honor, a lot of respect on our relationships with our girlfriends, and we give them so much power in our lives that a lot of times that power is used negatively against us, maybe not even on purpose, but is used negatively against us, and then we don't reach our potential, or we don't have the lives that we want to have because we've placed so much stock in the mouths of the people that we have around us. Well, as I began to study and really think about Mary and Elizabeth and what that 3 months must have been like, and what did Mary pour into Elizabeth, what did Elizabeth pour into Mary, and I began to look at this relationship with my friend and how she poured into me, and because she was having a situation that was very similar to mine, I was able to pour into her, and we really discovered a new part of God. You know, every day when we study God, he opens up more and more and more to us. And so while we were on this journey, God just kept opening more and more and more of his word to us. And from that came a book entitled Birthing Miracles. And that book just discusses Mary and Elizabeth during their pregnancy and how their relationship, their friendship is a roadmap for our friendships today. Our friendships are so fragmented. They are just totally destroyed. They're broken because we haven't learned, number one, how to give love to others, our friends, in the right way. And we have not fully learned how to receive love from our friends. There's so much competition out there. When we look at the different examples that women have today of friendships, we look at programs like the Basketball Wives or the Housewives, and what we see on there is a lot of backbiting and name calling and different things like that. And one season it's this clique together, the next season they've forgiven, and then it's this clique and all of that. And we're not really showing how we're supposed to uplift one another, how we're supposed to really truly be there for one another, to guide one another and help one another. And then we also have to realize that some friendships are not friendships that were meant to be forever. And some friendships weren't even meant to be a season. We just don't know. But we have to come together as women and not compete and all of that, but to really truly uplift one another so that all of us can achieve the things that God has for us. So this retreat, this conference, it came out of Birthing Miracles. The Lord told me to have the birthing experience. We will be in Poolville at Capernaum Village. We will be in a house that only has a maximum of 30. We are excited about that. We will have the entire house on Thursday night, September 12th. We'll check in at 4 o'clock. And when we get there, we'll have a big pajama party, get to know one another, introduce ourselves to one another, and prepare for what God is going to do for us for the rest of the weekend. On Friday, we're going to dismantle everything, every wrong idea. We're going to really, truly dismantle those things and find out what we're doing wrong or what challenges us in our friendships. And the reason that I say that this retreat is for women and their friends is because our goal is to actually deal with specific situations. So you're not just coming there to get general information, but we want to deal with everyone specifically. And then on Saturday, we're going to build back up and celebrate what we've done right in our relationships and celebrate the new things that are happening because of all of the things that we did on Friday. And then Sunday, we're going to have a great breakfast and we're going to each get our birth certificates so that we will see what newness we are now birthing within ourselves and in our families and in our communities and in the world. And this retreat, like I said, is for women and their friends. It is even for, I'm putting it out there to some of the celebrities that have had bad relationships. I challenge you and dare you to register for this conference because you will not be the same. And listen, it is all confidentiality. We're not spilling the beans on anybody, whether you're famous or not. All phones are being checked at the door. Confidentiality statements or agreements are being signed because this is serious. We're dealing with people's lives, and we need for people to understand that when they come, they are coming to a place of safety and a place of refuge. And so we want to make sure that that is available to everyone and that people know that this is serious business. Now, along with myself, I am going to have some other people there with me. One of our special guests, her name is Leisha Johnson, and she wrote a book, True Friendship with Girlfriends. Her book, she was writing her book as we were planning this conference, and so we didn't even know about the book. And her book is a great addition to what we are going to be doing this weekend, and she's going to be speaking to you. Now, here is a great thing about Leisha. I've known her all of my life, and in fact, our parents used to hang out together when they were growing up. So they grew up together, they got married, and then they had us and we grew up together. And so we have truly had a bond since before we were born through our parents. And so we're very excited to welcome her to the team for the birthing experience. And she's going to talk to you about friendships from a different perspective. And then I have a young lady who is coming on, and she's going to talk about forgiveness and moving on from your past and different things, because we have some relationships that have been fractured by the past, fractured by immaturity, fractured by things that somebody did or things that somebody said. And we have women who really want to get back together with some of their friends from the past, but they don't know how to do it. They don't know what to say. And somebody may think that it is too late to rekindle your friendship with your friend. And so we will have practical tools there to help you with those things. And so we're really excited about the weekend. And listen, let me tell you something. There are 7.1 plus billion people on the planet. I know that I'm not going to touch all 7.1 plus billion people, and that is okay. But there is a remnant of that 7.1 plus that God has tuned their hearts to hear my voice. And that's the remnant that I want to be there. If you really truly care about your friendships and you feel like you want to celebrate what's going right, but then correct what challenges you, if you want to learn some new things about yourself and some new things about your friends, and if you want to clear the air, if you really want to just honor the friends that you have, this is the place where you need to come. You need to go to thebirthingexperience.eventbrite.com to get more information and to register for this event. We want to start having these events as often as possible. However, this is the first one, and there is nothing like the first one. So it is going to be an incredible time. An incredible time of worship, because we cannot do anything without worship. So worship is our very first command and our very first thing that we are going to do. And then we are really going to listen to the Lord and follow his instructions. We're going to do what we have to do in order for us to achieve the greatness that God has in store for us. So here it is again, thebirthingexperience.eventbrite.com. For more information, you can send an email to admin@kellysawyerministries.org. We really, truly are looking forward to having a sold out campus. And don't worry, because if we're sold out and you try to register after we reach capacity, we can put you on the waiting list, or we can get you scheduled for one of the other events that is coming up, the other birthing experience events. So this is really something that's very near and dear to my heart, and it's a very serious situation, because our world, the way things are going, we need each other. We need each other so much. And I was looking at my calendar today, and the scripture is Ecclesiastes 4:9-10, and it says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their work. If one falls down, his friend can help him up. But pity the man who falls and has no one to help him up." Well, we want to be there to help you up. We want to be there to help you get some things done, turn some things around, some relationships around. You know, if things are not going exactly the way that you want them to go with your friendships, you know who you are, and you know that I'm speaking to you and you hear me clearly. So we're looking forward to seeing you register for this event. We're looking forward to you being with us. We are looking forward to sharing some clever information and some great activities. We have some activities to help change some things around that you never ever thought of. So we need for you to register. Again, that's the birthingexperience.eventbrite.com. Again, the birthingexperience.eventbrite.com. Go there to get more information, to register, to save your seat, so that you can come and be transformed, be renewed, have your friendships to look differently than what they look right now, to celebrate your friends, as well as to help get some things in order. Thank you so much for your time and listening to me. I look forward to seeing you on September 12th, and we will have some other videos coming out. We are planning to have an information session next week, so I will do another video to send you information about when that will be. Thank you so much, and you have a very, very blessed day in the Lord. We love you, and God bless.